Hey, this episode's heaps of fun. We welcome Ken and Jude on board, see some amazing sights on the canals, learn how the bridges work and the system for that matter, and we continue our travels along the canals in the Netherlands.
Dear Mark and Fiona, after watching Mark freeze this past winter, I thought that a winter throw from my company. The wooden spoon is also for him, as watching him cook with a stainless steel spoon is such a no-no. Lots of love. Enjoy watching your YouTube channel. Keep up the good work.
She comments every episode, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
So lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Miranda. What do you say?
I'm speechless. I can't wait to wrap myself up in it.
Thank you. You saved us. Ask how you can put on YouTube channel.
All right, Saturday morning. Take you outside. Another wet day in the Netherlands. Bit of a shame, we're on the Molen Plus Lake. Lovely little lake. Windmill over there, you saw us coming yesterday. About 8 metres deep out there, so plenty of depth. The actual canal itself at times we're down to just a metre underneath the keel, but Rodney, Sybil and the boys went to that restaurant last night. Fiona and I stayed at home, we were a bit tired, started watching a series on TV. Fantastic. Tell you about that later. Anyway, we just popped down here for the day so we could go on a little trip with our family yesterday. Now we're going to head back to Haarlem, get ourselves settled in there. Family's going to be heading off, and new guests, our neighbours from back home in New Zealand, arrive tomorrow. Anyway, right, so there is Molen Plus, so small it doesn't even come up as any detail on the Navionics chart or the Garmin chart, but really interesting. Look, that's us there, and we're going back to Haarlem over here, so just a 7-kilometre run, but you watch what happens. I'll tap that, we'll go auto guidance, look at it, it's building it. Here we go up here, 45%. You watch. That's where we went yesterday. Whoop. Look what it wants us to do. It wants us to go all the way down south towards Rotterdam, all the way up here, round into the big canal by Amsterdam, and back down to Haarlem. For some reason, it does not want us just to pop in here and come up here. And yet it is absolutely fine and no different to that bit there. So anyway, we're going to cancel auto guidance. We're going to completely ignore it. We're just going to go home dead reckoning. So we'll get started up, we'll get the lines off, and we're away. Should be a good day. Yes. Yeah.
Hello.
Here's Sweetie.
Hello.
He didn't expect this though.
So we thought you were in, so that's why
We live in Haarlem, and my dad was been following you from Amsterdam. You came from Amsterdam up. So I was just going to take a selfie with the boat and phone him and say it, and then you shot
Oh,
Go for it.
lovely.
Oh.
How are you? Hello.
Has he sent me a message at all on?
Pardon?
Has he done a message on YouTube or
Have you
not?
done a message on YouTube?
I follow you all the time. I messaged the time the guy was critical of you a few
Oh, lovely. Well done, you.
Good morning. It is the 3rd of August, Sunday. Unfortunately, we've run out of water on the boat, and there are no taps along here, and the hose up there is not long enough to get back here. No spots have become vacant on the other side, which is where water is. So what we're going to do is, I've gone along, there's a barge up the front here right beside where the water is, and I've asked him if we can come along, tie alongside and fill up with water. So we're going to go and do that. We'll take you along for the ride.
Yep, off.
So that's pretty cool. There's the hose going into it for filling up, and the hose we've taken across the boat and it goes out to the main street, and on the main street there is a code on the tap, and you punch that code into that app I talked about yesterday, where you just register when you arrive on a dock. It's the Inuit app throughout Holland, and basically once you've activated it, you just tap water, and then see on there 235022, so we go to water, and number 235022 is this pod. You go activate, it's €1.83 per cubic metre, and it starts pumping water, and it's drinkable water, potable water. All the restaurants and that use it around as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool system, and same old story. You know, once you learn how to do it, we now know wherever we go, once we've registered that we're at a place, you can just put a code in, and I'm assuming it's the same for wastewater. It's certainly the way for rubbish. So when we go and get rid of rubbish, there are bins along the road, and you put the number of the bin in, activate it, and you're off. It's pretty cool. Very, very cool. So hopefully our spot back there will still be available when we're finished. Here comes the first flotilla through in the morning. Okay, we're all watered up, and this is a barge beside us that you can actually just stay on anytime you want to. It's accommodation in Amsterdam then here, but anyway, all watered up, wash the decks, we're off. What are you doing, sweetie?
I'm recycling the plastics. They go in here and it tells you how much you get for each of the bottles.
So they add it on when you buy it,
Yeah.
and then when you bring it back to the shop you bought it from, or the chain,
Yeah.
and you just put the stuff in and it reads the barcode and you get a credit.
But sometimes, like on this one, I'm not sure if this one will work, because someone squashed that, it might not read the barcode. It's telling me to put the bottom in first. No.
So you got to not squash them.
Yeah.
And then they're good
Fine.
for
So that
yeah,
one.
I can get that. I'll sort that
Yeah,
out.
sort that one out.
And so it basically just encourages people to recycle.
Yeah. Yes, it does. That one does. Okay. Hey,
Every now and then it has a hiccup.
it does. Yeah. Right, I took that one, but it's not taking that one. Yep.
Ah,
There you go.
they got to try a couple of times. What a neat idea,
I'm
eh?
getting used to it now.
So that way it's a great way of recycling everything. Well, it's great. Sunday and housekeeping is called. Check out the new vacuum cleaner. It's a Bosch. There you go, look. Fiona seems to be getting the hang of it. How are you finding it, sweetie?
Really good, Marky. How are you finding your cleaning?
Well, I've got a wet wipe on the broom and I'm about to follow Fiona and pick all the little dust that the vacuum cleaner didn't pick up. Anyway, nice little machine on the boat. Fiona's developing her skills with it. Well done, Tweedles.
Thank you, Marky.
We're off to the airport. Oh, there's Sweetie waiting for me because I took the wrong camera. Anyway, off to the airport to pick up Ken and Jude, neighbours from back home.
How exciting.
Staying with us for a week, eh?
But Mark just wanted me to go and do it on my own so he could have a sleep and get dinner ready. Then I said, well, I'll stay back and I'll have a sleep and do dinner. He goes, oh, okay then. So I really think he just wants to do expeditions on his own. So I said, that's cool, that can be arranged.
Keep going.
You got nothing to say?
Oh, is that up?
Ah,
Okay. You heard it here.
I'm
Anyway,
not down there.
we've got to go and get the 300 bus. And that takes us to the airport. First thing I'm going to do when I get there,
Let's have a beer.
no, is find out if I checked into Europe. So I'm not convinced we have yet. Anyway, we'll deal with that. Bridge is up, look, bridge is up. Right, so here is the dockmaster operating the bridge. There's the bridge going down. A lot of the boat people talk to him. Anyway, he's got that little cab beside him, see, that's what operates everything. And then here are all the boats up here waiting to go through the next bridge. Now I've got a funny feeling we will be able to see the lockmaster, bridge master, dockmaster, whatever you want to call him. Once he's shut the bridge, maybe head off and sort the next one out, we'll see. That was built in 1866. Everything's done by fine balancing so that the energy required to move it is minimal, because that would have been manual back then. You'd have to have done it by hand. We can, we might as well turn around. Go down there.
Yeah, but just let's get our heads around this.
Yep, it's good. We can work it all out so we know what to do coming back. Schiphol Airport. Well, you can see all the boats coming up now, so the rail bridge is open, so they're happy about that. Everybody going past is most pleased. Lots of boats coming up. Here they are coming round the corner. So today we are going to head back to Volendam via Marken. If we can stay in Marken, then we will. Otherwise on to Volendam. Check this out, sweetie. Look at this, they're all coming now because the bridge is fixed.
Wow, so they've all been waiting to come.
Yeah, they've all been waiting to come, eh?
How many have you counted?
Oh, about 15 or 20. Onwards! Onwards! Great canal boats, eh? Judy, look, this one here. Look at it, beautiful, eh? What a gorgeous canal boat.
Look at all the boats coming through because that bridge is finally open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But throw a blanket over it. Can you see them? All so close.
Now we're off for coffee, and look who we've got behind me. We've got Fiona, Ken and Jude. Whoa! What's that?
So we thought they were on a lane because they have those things that come out so that
Keep walking.
they have these
It's
things
very
that
good cinematography to have people just walk past talking.
The best in the city.
Yeah, best in the city.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Val.
Got what we wanted, Ken.
Yep, absolutely. Look
That's
at that.
good, eh?
Look at that. A beautiful flat.
Right, well you thought there were a lot of boats last time. Now you want to check it out. So the word is out that the rail bridge is open. So everybody's coming up the canal. They all want to go through the mast route to get to the south for their holidays. And it'll be the same coming north as well. The word will be out, hey guys, the rail bridge at Haarlem is open again. And I suspect it was something pretty minor, but over the weekend just wasn't going to get dealt with. Anyway, here's that bridge I showed you the other day. Amazing bridge, 1886. And that's incredible engineering.
Yeah.
So 2001 it had a bit of renovation, but effectively just almost only got painted.
Yeah.
When was it motorised?
Yeah, 2001. Before that we had to do by hand.
So before 2001 this was still being done by hand,
Yeah.
and the original mechanism.
Yes, the original mechanism, but you had to put in a pipe and
Yeah.
you have to turn it.
Yeah.
And that bit was motorized,
Ah.
but you have to go in and open the bridge up and put the motor on by hand. And
Wow.
and when it's in when it doesn't work anymore because there's something wrong with the electric
Yeah.
system, we still have the stuff to open it by hand.
Oh, so you can still do it by
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
now?
we can still
How
do it by hand.
amazing.
Yeah.
And now the word's got out, that the rail bridge is open, so everybody's...
now it's busy.
Yeah, we're in the Nordhavn just down there, so we're going to head towards Amsterdam.
Okay, yeah.
Right, flashing red light, so the bridge is about to open. And away we go. It's like the F1, isn't it?
That's incredible.
Racing. Right, well that's magic, because he's just explained to me how the whole system really works. And what he said happens is that there's one person in the office taking phone calls all the time from the bridge operators, from people asking questions, and that person in the office coordinates the various bridges to open. So when we want to go, we call up on channel 18, and that person then says, hey, there's a batch coming through in 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, so be ready to go then. And that's happening all the way along the canal, so that in the end you have this coordinated process of moving blocks of boats through. So very, very clever, very clever. It's going to be a busy day out there today. Right, so as the captain of the boat,
That's me.
I just made the comment that we have the wind coming this way and that I'd like the stern line released, and then we'll take the bow line off, and I'd like a crew member down the back just to protect the stern as we move around. And I was quietly informed that Sweetie did not believe there was an issue, and that if I just go forward and off to the port, then everything will be okay. So watch this space. We're going to get this on film. She's probably right, but anyway, clearly the command authority on this boat has been usurped, and I'll just continue doing as I'm told. Anyway,
Never usurp you, Marky.
Anyway, it is 10 minutes to midday, and we have to be at the next bridge by 1:45. So we've got tons of time, which is a nice feeling, and we'll just get through this Sluice. My Dutch is improving. Sorry, Judy, what was that? Were you sniggering back there? We'll get through the sluice.
Oh my God.
Sluice. We'll get through the sluice.
I'm trying to remember.
Anyway, we're going to get through the bloody lock, and then we'll go down and find somewhere to tie up for lunch. But we're doing well. We're doing well. Well, we'll see. I'm getting ganged up on, but we're doing well.
No, I know.
Away we go.
We're making fun of each other.
And so for those of you that were with us in Montenegro last year, you remember we spent about 2.5 months there. So we actually got very, very used to the area that we were in and got to know it really well, got to know what we liked to do and what we didn't like to do. So now we're going to be in Holland for what's going to be up to 5 months, and already on the route between Molenplas Lake, Haarlem, downtown Amsterdam, and through to Marken and Volendam, we're getting to know it really well. So the first time you do it, you're just not sure how all the bridges work, how the sluices work, or the locks work, who you pay, who you don't pay, what times they operate. Slowly, over the 2 weeks that we've been spending here, we've got to understand how it all happens. And essentially, as I described before, they send boats through in groups. So the most important thing is to contact the dockmaster or the harbourmeister in the morning to find out when the next lot of boats is going to go through. Once you're in that group, everything just happens. You don't have to make telephone calls, you don't have to contact anybody, and so it just quietly starts to happen. So here we are coming into the sluice. This is about halfway between Haarlem on the Spaan River and meeting up with the Zuid Canal, which goes effectively from the North Sea right through to Amsterdam and the IJsselmeer, which is a man-made lake area effectively to the north of the IJssel River. So as we come in here, everybody gets inside the lock, and then you all have to go and individually pay the harbourmeister in that little building to head and off to the starboard. Now, the people that are on the left-hand side or the port side of the dock, they've got to cross that bridge. Sometimes that bridge is still going up and down, so it takes a while. I mean, we were in here for about 25, 30 minutes by the time everybody went and paid and come back, and everybody just starts chatting, and the lock water level only went up or down about 300 mil. It was almost nothing, but as again I've said before, there you go, there's the bridge going up ahead of us now. So anybody that was off their boat on the port side wanting to cross over to pay can't until the bridge goes down again. Anyway, in this particular case, we're going out, so it's not a problem, but you can see what I mean. Anyway, so we're just getting very, very familiar with what we've got to do, how we tie off to the bollards, how much line we have to take in or let out if the lock level is going up or down. And then often when you get out, and this is a case, an example of that case, you get out and then the next bridge isn't going to lift for maybe an hour and a quarter. So then you have to tie off to a pier on the way. So we just used that opportunity to have lunch. Here we are tied off now. Do a bit of editing. Other boats turn up because they're waiting for the bridge to open as well. And in fact, on this particular pier, it got quite busy. So busy, in fact, you'll see very soon, we had a Grand Bank. So it was a Grand Bank 65, I think, came and tied alongside us. Beautiful boat, but you just realise how for 15 feet more, just how much bigger it gets. Anyway, we're getting used to travelling on the canals in Holland and starting to understand how the system works. They're pretty magic, pretty magic. Here we are arriving into the marina at Nordhavn, which is just outside of Amsterdam itself and about half a mile off the main channel. Interestingly, again, we were told, yep, no problems, we can fit you in there. But for quite a bit of the way across and into the marina, it was showing down as low as 300 millimeters, 1 foot under the keel. So yeah, it was a bit entertaining. Had to be pretty careful, but again, it was just mud underneath. So even if you did touch, it wasn't going to be a problem. You can see the flags out there blowing at about 30 knots at the moment, luckily blowing us onto the pier. Yeah, so interesting coming in here. Beautiful little marina, and we'll show you a little bit more of this tomorrow.